Welcome back to 843 TV. Our guest now is Mr. Frank Soule. He is the Executive Director of the Island Recreation Association. Frank, always good to see you.
Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. Well, of course, the Island Recreation Association is a staple to our community, and everyone knows it's undergoing some big renovations, some big changes, all exciting for everyone. Tell us about where we are with things.
Yeah, well, we broke ground on January 5th, and 12 years later, and it was kind of unique because it's been a lot of hard work. We've had great support from the town of Hilton Head. We actually have a relationship with the town where this will be a town facility, town building, and working with them, we're going to be able to not double the footprint out there. And with the groundbreaking and where we are today, they're working on the slab and trying to get the first part of it done. And that was kind of exciting, but it was really neat when they started kind of tearing stuff down and looking into the future.
It made it a reality now,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, it was such a reality that day when they broke ground. It was so exciting. And we just put a little simple press release out. We had over 100 people there at the groundbreaking. And it kind of makes you realize how important this facility is going to be, not only to the residents here, but we have an opportunity for the people that come here and visit, because inside the new facility, we're going to have workout facilities. And you know, if you're here, it certainly doesn't bode very well for a beautiful day like we have today, but if it's a rainy day, you're here visiting, there's an opportunity for you to come and work out and do some things that are normal in your routine here. So I think having that opportunity with a walking deck, some cardio equipment, and that ability is going to make us kind of the central hub of the community in a lot of ways. And getting through the construction part over the next 18 months is going to be a challenge, but it's going to be kind of unique in the sense that, you know, people are going to be able to watch us grow because we're on the school campus. We have lots of parents bringing their kids to school on a daily basis. So having said that, the pool's going to remain open for the most part during the construction period. But I invite everybody out on a regular basis to come and just check it out. I had an offer from a gentleman that has a drone to come over and take photos of it. Neat. And what we're going to try to do is get him out there on a regular basis, and hopefully at the end of the construction we'll have some type of time-lapse video that will show all the neat stuff that's going to go on, especially when they enclose the building and they start moving some stuff around. So kind of uniquely is that the tennis courts, if you know the facility where we'll become parking, and we'll have a brand new tennis courts that will be the high schools when we're done. We're also part of the project, we're going to light what we call the swamp field. There's a nice athletic field behind the girls softball field, and that's going to be lit, which will help expand the hours of the high school being able to practice and some other things. So it's kind of things that we're all excited about, and hopefully that will get done very soon.
Great stuff.
Great. Frank, how does the Rec Association working with the schools to speed up the open date?
Yeah, I'm going to expand upon this a little further, but the school's been gracious enough to allow us to have our after-school program in summer day camp there beginning in March. And what's going to happen is that the rec center physical building is going to close in March, and we're going to move out of the center into a couple of trailers, and that will also include our daycare program. But without the school's help, we wouldn't be able to speed up the process, because the original plan was to build a new building and then have us move out of the current building and go and work out of there while they remodel 6 months of remodeling of the rec center now. So allowing us to move out, they're going to remodel first, and then hopefully they'll have will be dried in. I think that's what they call in the construction business of the new building, and then they'll be able to move their subs from there. And we anticipate anywhere saving us 3 to 6 months in scheduling time. So the big hope with the support of the school and allowing us to continue to provide some of the services in childcare services or after school programs, summer camp, are some of our biggest programs, and kind of unique to the community being right on campus, where we actually be able to provide lots of families with good quality childcare.
Wow,
so
that's great.
Well, it's always been a great partnership with schools, with the rec center, and having come from the schools, I know that what the Rec Association offers to the schools through a critical component of the school's PE program, the elementary school's PE program, they offer swimming for kids, many of whom would never get that. They live on an island and they never learn how to swim. So it's critical, very valuable. But moving on to programs, what things should folks be signing up for now?
Yeah, we need to really be signing up for a lot of different programs right now. We have our fall, spring lacrosse season coming up, along with our spring soccer. Those are the two most important programs to be signing up for right now. Those are both for boys and girls in that program. And really the soccer program has grown. Last fall we had over 700 kids playing soccer, and we anticipate having close to that number again this spring. Lacrosse, we're trying to build a little bit. Hopefully we'll get to 100 kids playing lacrosse, but that's going to start from middle school all the way down to, I think we do a 6 and under program, which is kind of fun and unique.
I bet.
So we do have some challenges, as we know from the storm. I mean, we've lost the Crossings Park, and we'll have a lot of our programs at what's called Old Barker Field, and we want to thank the county for allowing us that opportunity. Shannon Loper over at PALS kind of stepped up in the fall and allowed us to stay out there for the spring and quite possibly through next fall to have our program. So we haven't really missed a beat, at least in our soccer program. Part of the thing that I kind of failed to mention earlier is that we have lost that nice athletic field that was behind the rec center during construction, and that becomes part of the new tennis courts that will be available to the high school. So it's been quite a little bit of challenging losing the Chaplin Park, but we look forward to, with all the partnerships that we're creating throughout the community to continue to be able to, have field space for our sports. Some other things you need to be looking for this spring too is start signing up for summer camp already and our challenge camp for special needs students. We need to get people signed up for those programs right away because we want to make sure that we have plenty of available space for us. So.
Frank, always a lot of things happening in the spring, a lot of events, a lot of community events. We're out of time, so we encourage everyone to find out about what's happening on your website.
Yes.
Which will be on your screen.
Yep.
And so always a great partnership between what you all do in the community and the schools. So we appreciate all of that. And we appreciate you watching 843 TV. Stick around, we'll be right back.